Well, Coach, here we go. We spoke a little bit last week, and I'll ask you some of those same questions. This is a special moment for Georgetown basketball going on to the Carrier Classic. I know it's got to be special to you.
It really is. And, you know, I've tried to, as you get ready for a game, ignore everything else that's going on, just focus on the game. But this is bigger than just a game. It's a privilege for our program. It's a privilege for our school to have the opportunity to go down and play in front of the Sailors, to have the opportunity to go down and to tour and learn about and interact with the Sailors on the USS Bataan. And so that alone, it's an honor to play in front of so many men and women that fight for this country. And so we're privileged.
I know you always say it's a business trip, your players, and you even echoed those sentiments. How hard is that going to be to juggle that, though? When you
and that's what I said. This one is special. Yeah. This one is different, just because of the Navy's involvement. This is different. You know, you look at so many of the men and women that are fighting for our country and representing our country, and they're the same age as our guys, our team. And so this is much different. This is much more special. Then, so I want them to absorb that. I want them to understand and learn and see how this is special and how these people are different than just your normal audience. And then once the ball goes up, forget about all that and let's focus on Florida.
How do you prepare for something like this? Obviously, Florida, that's X's and O's. Those are basketball players, but you have outdoor basketball, at night, temperature, all those different things. How has that changed how JT3 prepares his basketball team for a game?
I thought about as we were getting ready for this, having a couple of practices outside. I thought about dropping the temperature in the gym just to see, but we're just going about it as normal, and we're going to get some time on the court the day before and the day of, and we'll make adjustments. I've got to figure Florida's going to have a lot of the same issues.
Right. Yeah, I guess it is somewhat home field advantage, home area advantage for them being in Jacksonville. You always talk about what the moniker of your team is. It's always been tough Georgetown defense. Going into this season, is that, again, something you build on?
Oh, it has to be. I mean, that's how we're going to win and lose games. A lot of people find it cute, I think, to talk about our offense, but we have to defend. We have to be good at that end of the court. Last year, probably for the first time in a couple of years, we were better. We were a pretty good defensive team. This year, we have to be better than last year.
Otto Porter, I talked to him, and he talked about becoming a better leader for this basketball team. People look at his offense as a guy, and they look at him as someone who might, lead this team and be the high point man and things of that nature. But just talk about him and his development. What do you see him in terms of leadership on this basketball team? And obviously, he's a key player.
Yeah, he is a key player. But in terms of leadership, that's a question that we're getting a lot this year because we don't have any seniors, and everyone's trying to figure out who's going to assume the role of leader. And I think the group collectively will do that. They have a group that they do a pretty good job of policing themselves. Now, as it relates to Otto specifically, no one works as hard as he does. No one cares about every aspect of the game. No one is as selfless as he is. And so if everyone can just follow those examples and how he goes about his business and goes about his job and goes about his work and prepares himself, if everyone can do that, we'll be very, very good.
Last year,